Hey guys, have you ever had this reading experience where you pick up a book, you start reading it, you're enjoying it, you're having fun, it's fast paced, the characters are okay, the story is good, you are engaged, you want to know what's going to happen next, there's some twists, there's some surprises, some funny moments. It's a good reading experience. You get through the book thinking, this is going to be like a 7, maybe 7.5. And then you put the book down, then you finish it, and you have a little bit of a bad taste in your mouth almost. You start thinking, what did I just read, really? There's nothing original, nothing interesting, didn't learn anything, nothing's going to really stand out to me or stay with me past the reading. So you start thinking, is this any better than scrolling through TikTok?
Warner Brothers.
All right. What do you do?
I'm not sure. I definitely enjoyed myself reading this book, but again, it's not anything of note. So I wonder, what do you think about that? Hey, be quiet. Sorry about my dogs. I have 3 dogs, and it's not easy to record with them. So I made a post on the community tab, and a lot of people, a good amount of people, chimed in, which was awesome to see. I think each and every one of you who commented on that post, and there were some good comments. Number 1, Richard from Vintage SF wrote this. John Scalzi should be featured on a poster for this type of novel. I felt that way to varying degrees for his work. He ponders to the market and in the moment is entertaining. It's like eating cake, but a main course. P.S. Great photo. Perfectly captures your feeling. Thank you, Richard. Excellent comment. I especially love eating cake for main course part. I couldn't agree more about this book, making me feel as if I had cake but a main course, which means you're enjoying the meal, but then you probably feel like crap afterwards. I love the analogy about cake. I'm using that for the thumbnail for sure. Now, the next comment is from Mikey YouTube. I agree with you completely. Scalzi is one of my favorite authors, and Story Villain was an amusing read. I agree. But it dropped out of my brain the day after I finished it. So thank you. And this comment aligns perfectly with my experience. Again, this book is out of my mind as soon as I read it. B-Roll Books writes, I had this exact experience with Scalzi's earliest book, The Kaiju Preservation Society, but I was sad at the time and it was precisely what I needed. Thank you, B-Roll Books. Again, fantastic comment, because this one now says something a little bit different. This one says that at the right time, a book like this, an easy, not challenging, formulaic, I suppose, book can still bring a lot of joy to people. And if a book can make you feel better, if you're going through something difficult in your life and you're sad, and a book makes you feel better, what better praise is there? Is being educated by a book more praiseworthy than a book making you feel better? I don't think so. I think that might be the ultimate praise. So I love that. I'm super happy that this book made you feel better, and it made me feel really good as I was reading it as well. So again, I'm not shitting on this book. I'm just curious because I usually love a book or I don't really like them. I have some strong opinions, but this book was kind of like straddling the line in so many ways, actually, because also the reading experience felt like this book was trying to be a proper science fiction for adults, but also at times it read like a YA novel. And I didn't like that. I thought it didn't go far enough almost into like Gru territory, you know, like villains, and just like have fun and don't take yourself at all seriously. I think this book was trying to, you know, stay in different buckets, so to speak. But anyway, let's continue. So now, Vintage Viking says, I haven't read this one yet. Scalzi is one of my favorite authors. I just finished Preservation Society recently and I enjoyed it, but there was a bit lacking there as well. I still have to grab this one at some point. I just won't rush out for it yet. I don't think there's any reason to rush for this book. It is not going to change anyone's life, but it may make you feel better. You may laugh a little bit, and I think that's awesome. So I do recommend reading this book for yourself. I'm not saying this is a bad book. Just don't expect it to be anything but basic entertainment, in my opinion. Now, Nicole, 1988, says, reading is and always has been for me an escape. I don't want to have to think too much or study while I'm reading. I want to be entertained. So I have no problem with this. And again, another opinion. This one is a little bit different from mine, I suppose. I do want a little bit more than just being entertained, but it's valid. Books are there for people for so many different reasons. Let me know what the reason is for you to read. Do you agree with Nicole? For me, the best ones are the ones that find that sweet spot between being entertaining but also thought provoking, educational. When you have that combination of both, then I think to me, that's where magic happens. But thank you so much, Nicole, for the comment. I love it. DQAN7372 says, wouldn't normally be my kind of thing, but it may be what I need right now. Love that as well. Thank you for the comment. That recognition that this kind of an easy, fun read could be exactly what you need right now is amazing, even if it's not something that you typically read. For me, I think the reading experience was also skewed because prior to reading this, I was reading Diaspora, which is an extremely dense, scientifically SF book. It's a book that feels a little bit at times like you're reading a physics textbook. I definitely don't want to be reading physics textbook, but I don't want to be reading something that doesn't challenge me in some way, whether it's the words, the writing, the syntax of the sentences, something new, something original, some ideas is what I'm looking forward to when I pick up a book. I wonder what you think. Is a book that is pure fun, pure entertainment enough for you, or must it have some other additional, in addition to factors, in order for it to be praiseworthy? What do you look for in a book? Let me know. I will say again, this is a fun book. The cover with the cat is what really got me. And it's got good reviews, I think, on Goodreads. I checked those. For the right mood, at the right time, excellent pickup. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you watched it till the end, let me know your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. And I'll talk to you next time.